This is schoolwork, like a reading test or reading exercise. On one hand, we have numbers. We should identify the numbers on the right side, and this kind of exercises. They have to connect them. And the interesting thing here is that out of 10 objects that the children have to recognize, more than half of them have to do with military things, with pens, military evidence, flags, units, whatever. So this is another, we could pick up hundreds of them. And as you know, we are an immigrant society. This is a survey that they did. They asked lots of people, what do you think, especially about being Israeli. This child's name is Philip Zachi, which means he's not for parents probably not native Israeli, he's a kind of immigrant family, and he says he's Israeli someone like me. He starts first grade, he's about 6 years old, 1983, and waits to go to the army or to protect the language. It's very hard to, when you talk to mature, grown-up Israelis, to people, no matter what age, remember you're talking to people who really can't understand what you're talking about when you tell them that Israel is doing something wrong with being in a society, because after all they're there to protect the land. Now we go into advertising, because the army is so popular, we sell everything. Here we sell some public beer. So, of course, if you want to sell beer, you tell people that this is the best Israeli thing, because soldiers you drink it. This is another recreational school, that field trip to another shelter, like the one we saw in the beginning. And another family affair. Girls also having great fun with interview finders. Another, the advertising industry again. These two boys represent two different military units. There are paratroopers and there are another infantry unit, and they are very often competing, which military units will do. And what we do, let's go all together, 50% of that, 50% of that, they're advertising per team. Because it's also having to do 50%. So it competes with the expertise. So this is really gross, it's breast cancer. Even women have to be consoled with military feeling that they are not alone in fighting terrible disease. I think it's really tasteless. Selling phones and mobile phones, advertising their advantages. We do honors with children, we get special offers are just for soldiers, the favorite section of society. This is a supermarket chain, and IDF is the biggest in security, we are the biggest supermarket chain, and this is my favorite. If you're worried, if your son is a soldier, what should you do? There's a drug you can take, and this is advertised. It's the best way to advertise a drug, because it will put your mind at ease if your son is by any chance in combat unit. And same mother, also she bakes the cake, she will bake it for her son coming from holiday from and this is a little joke. They have little jokes. And notice the kind of joke this thing, or joke, or each saying that, again, children should be reading. Please be careful, don't damage the hearing, because it may result in lowering your military profile. Military profile is, if you don't have a high military profile, you can't get your combat unit. This is supposed to be a funny greeting card. I know this is church, so probably we're all in box short. Keep that too. This is okay. I think you get the gist of it. Brides taking pictures with a suitable background. Usually you have a sunset or a very nice landscape. In this case, this couple chose probably what the would-be husband likes most. And this is the end of this, example. This is actually a new profile activity. We do youth workshops and seminars. We show them the tank, and we let them at the age of 16, 17 to look into the paintings that they've been doing when they were young and to reflect on them. And let's think about it together, and are we really on the right track? This is our moving exhibition. All the pictures that you see here were actually taken from this. And in fact, this was the first time we did it the presentation is also online, but for many years it was on panels, and our volunteers, all our organizations basically volunteers, are taking it around in the cars all over the country and trying to show it to people and start the discussion. And I can tell you that from my own experience, when I joined the youth profile actively, and I was a supporter for years, but they actually grew to be an activist. The first thing I said is that let's have this exhibition for my friends, which is like everyone would do. I suppose I have many friends who don't share my views, and I said let's have a Saturday morning brunch in my home and look at this exhibition. And it was really an experience. The kind of people get very, very defensive about the way we present these forces to look at their own society. Obviously, they're open-minded people, and they just didn't want to go away. It was a brunch fest. At 3 o'clock I still had people there, and the discussion was very, very easy. Because what I would say about the subject of militarization, there are so many other things that can be talked about in the Israeli situation. And for us as women, this point of the army being so overpowering and being so taking priority over civil subjects, or the things that we think should be cared for, it's really, for us to show that the Israeli society, the Jewish society, is the first, it's not first, but it's one of the victims of its own ideology. And it's a very weak point of identity culture marking the time.
1 minute.
Still down, okay. So the one thing that can make policymakers stop and think about what they're doing is if they would think they would not get this military might behind them. And I should also say part of it comes from your country. Most of it comes from the willing, the will of the Israelis to cooperate with it. In 2002 or 2003, about 30 fighter pilots wrote to the Prime Minister to say that they would not be bombing Gaza residential areas anymore. This was an activity headed by Samuelson Chapel, who since lost his job as a civil pilot, and we in New Profile support him in the civil case. But the idea that pilots do not want to go along with it was one of the main reasons, so we can say, that Ariel Sharon, the great people force, decided to pull out of at least some of the settlements around Gaza. Not that it was a peaceful move, but it shows that the army is the most important. The ability of Israel to force its policies by military might is probably not the most important thing in our society. And I should end here and happy to take questions.